Hello, let's do Wordle for Thursday, April 30th. And an interesting coincidence is today in on April 30th, 1789, George Washington was inaugurated, the first president of the US, and this is Wordle 1776, which is associated with Independence Day. So it feels almost apt. Anyway, yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with clock. So we're going to. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So we learned something interesting, which is that there is not only one C, but there's also two C's. Is it croc? Is it chalk? Is it what else could it be? I mean, I guess I should just start guessing. I'm trying to think which one would be most likely. Chalk or croc? Let's try croc. Nice, got a two. All right, I don't get twos very often. This is my 27th two, and also a sea of greens. Wow, the wheel did us some good favors today. I don't think I need super special analysis for clock, but okay. First, we are going to spin the wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word will be. That's crazy. The wheel has never given me a one, but I think that's the closest it's gotten that I can remember. All right, so tomorrow we're going to be starting with another really good starting word suggested by arch nemesis, Xylil. We are going to learn something very interesting about both the Y and the L. And if there's an X in the word, then you will be very happy to have started with Xylil. All right, well, let's do some analysis here. The answer was croc, and we guessed clock. Chalk and croc were it. Not even unlikely, so I picked the correct one, but they were both likely. So there's no real analysis to do there. It starts with tails. Now from tails, it's all gray, so we're gonna go crump, which is gonna get us the CR, and then from here we're gonna go croon, checking for double O, and then we might go crowd or might get croc right away. So 4 or 5, and it's a sea of greens again. Steel's gonna be the same because it's all gray, so we're gonna go right to a dew. That's all gray, so we're gonna go torch. And from here, it's only croc or frock. So 3 or 4 with a dew. That's fun. All right. Audio is going to have the O. We're going to go clone. And then we could go chalk, croc, crook. It's just chalk, chomp, croc, crook, and cross. So it says you can go chalk, croc, or crook. And that'll get you the answer next. So we could get it in 3, but more likely getting it in 4. All right. Stare, another common starting word. With just the yellow R, we go grind. And then crumb. That's a fun one. And then finally, croc or crook. So a 4 or a 5. Trace tries to get it in 2. It can definitely get lucky and get it in 2. So we say that is a 2 for trace. Because they're equally 2 guesses left. So we if we can get a 2, we do. And we call it that a 2 for trace. Finally, clasp. Credo. That's a fun one. And then croon. We have 5 words left. Croc, crony, crook, croon, crown. So it should be pretty clear why croon gets you the answer. The double O tells you about crook. The N being green is crown, being yellow is crony, and croc's the other one. And so now we just get croc. We made a staircase and we've got something over there. All right, cool. Well, let's check to see how people are doing today. I might have beaten the bot today. Hold on, we need a screenshot first. So we can see the normal mode stats as well. Hello? Okay. Save as clock. No, it wasn't clock. It was croc. Oh well. I'll have to rename that. Did I beat the bot? Give me a 99 skill. Makes sense to me. 87 luck. 2 steps is magnificent. All right. So who started with clock? Interesting. So there's a 2/3 of people went for croc and 1/3 went for chalk. So croc seems to be the more instinctual guess there over chalk. That's interesting. It ranks them equally, so it doesn't consider one of them more likely than another. Congrats to, what is that, like 44 the 44 people who follow my start and got it in 2. And I'm sorry to the 22 people who almost got it in 2, but went with chalk. All right, so it does clasp crone, crook, croc. So it chose crook over croc. We have 0.3 getting it in 1. 1.1 getting it in 2. That's one of, that I'm one of them. 10%, 40% big jump, 76% another big jump. 96% is much lower than I thought. People losing on crook, frock, croak, brock. There seems to be a trap there. There's like an OCK trap. There's like a CRO trap. Yeah, so it's a little iffy. All right. So 96%. Let's refresh and upload. All right. Let me actually rename this while I'm here to the correct thing. Okay. Non-hard mode. Obviously still 99 skill. Let's see. So 352 others. So not just people following along with me start with clock. But we got 72% of them choosing croc and 25% choose chalk. I am a little bit concerned about the people following up with these words. Is it possible at all that it's including people who didn't start with clock? I don't know. All right, anyway. Skill 0 for cloak. It's giving skill 50 for some of these other fillers. Okay. Slate, crony, crook, croc. Seems very similar. It's very different than the tails solve was, which is a anagram though. That's interesting. Is it different? I don't remember. I'm not going to go back. 0.5 getting croc in 1. 1.5, 9.5, 37.4, 73.2, 94.2. Yeah, a bit trappy today. All right, kind of skipped it. I skipped getting to solve this one, but getting a 2-hour into a mile is fun. All right, well, that's it for Wordle. How'd you do? If you would like to watch me play Connections, there is a link at the end of the video that'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.